everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome to Sports World Radio. I am your host, Jeff Escow. We got a jam-packed show like we do each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Glad everybody could be with us today. We got lots and lots and lots to get to. Let's get all the particulars out of the way, and then we'll get on with the show. What do you say? So, SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to us. You could also hang out in our chat room at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com. Go over there, get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio at the top of the page. Then the player will come down at the bottom of your page. Just click the player, and then the bubble is immediately to the right after the word Sports World Radio. Click on the bubble. That opens up the chat room. Once the chat room opens up, do me a favor and click the like button right underneath the recording that's going on right now to like our page. It will turn yellow once you do, and then you can start chatting away and hanging out in the chat room with us. Head on over to Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio and like our Facebook page. And while you're doing that, you might as well head on over to Twitter and like our Twitter page at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. swrshow@gmail.com. swrshow@gmail.com is the email address. Send us an email if you like. Now, with all the particulars out of the way, what do you say? Hey, we bring in that co-host of ours, the rat bastard himself, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeff, and welcome everybody to Sport World Radio on this December 1st, 2014, the last month of the year 2014. Hard to believe already.
Thank God.
It is very, very cold, very, very cloudy, 18 degrees. We got snow coming, and Jeff would always say that's what I get for where
That's
I
what you
live.
get for living where you live, my friend. Although it's not so sunny here in San Diego today. We got an overcast day, but it's still warm.
Always
warm.
sunny in sunny San Diego.
Well, it's not sunny today.
Yeah.
It's an overcast day, but it's not raining and it's not hot. It's not cold, so I'll deal with that.
There you go.
I'll deal with that. What else is
There you
going
go.
on over there in Idaho?
How are you doing in general, Jeff? Did you have a good Thanksgiving holiday weekend?
Yeah,
Not much.
it was great. I hung out by myself. My sister and I had a nice traditional Thanksgiving meal. We had shrimp scampi. Just doing our thing here tonight. I think tonight we're having the three of us are home, so tonight we're having our Thanksgiving meal. We're having stuffed Cornish game hens for dinner tonight.
And probably watching the Monday Night Football game tonight.
Screw. You know something? I have no... What's the word I'm looking for? I have no interest.
Or no use?
No interest.
Oh.
No interest in tonight's game whatsoever. None. Zilch, nada, nothing.
Despite the fact that Miami is in serious
Who
playoff
cares?
contention.
In serious playoff contention. There's no way that they're going to grab a wild card in the AFC. The only way they're making the playoffs is win that division, and that's not going to happen. So, no, they're not in playoff contention.
All right, so the first game we get to these are Sunday's games. We already have gone over Thursday's games, which was Saturday for NFL Real Talk. Here we go. First game we get to, the Jacksonville Jaguars come back from 21-3 down and defeat the New York Giants 25-24.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're starting with that game because the Giants lost, because I'm a Giant fan. Now, I want to make something perfectly clear. The next game better be your freaking team. You hear me? I'm just letting you know. The next game better be that New England game, because your team lost yesterday too. So bring it.
That's for you. That's for me to know and you to find out.
I'll tell you something right now, Sean.
Yep. Go ahead.
If the New England Green Bay is not the next game, I'm hanging up on you.
Oh boy.
You rat
All right,
bastard!
let's
I
go
know
over
you
this game.
stick. Hey,
Giants
Sean.
had a very good chance to win
Sean.
this game. They're up 21-3.
Sean.
Eli Manning, 24 of 34.
Sean, do you not hear me when I say your name?
Yeah.
You just tune me out. So why do you keep talking? I'm trying to get you to stop, and you just keep going.
All right.
Do me a favor. I know you're picking on me because my team lost, but don't forget, so did yours.
Yeah.
So be careful, because you never know what you say to me. I could turn around and say to you, just be careful. Look who else is in the house, Sean.
Wes.
He's got his rally cry towel out today. Make that the next game after yours, please. I don't need to go through the whole crap the Giants is. They suck. It's that simple. There's nothing else to say. The Giants suck.
And Double A even said on NFL Real Talk that Tom Coughlin would be fired possibly. Can him after this year.
No, he's not gonna get fired. Come on. He's not gonna get fired. They stink. What were they up? 24-3 at one point?
They were up 21-3 after
21
the
to 3.
first half.
Thank you. 21-3. And what the? You want to know something? I heard an interview with Tom Coughlin. You know what he said?
Mm-hmm.
He said we would have been better off just kneeling in the second half. We would have won the game. We should have knelt. We should have kneed the ball in the second half. In other words, Eli Manning should have just went down on one knee on every play, and they would have probably ended up winning the game. Stupid ass throwing interceptions like that. Come on, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars, for Christ's sakes.
And you know who also got a big laugh out of it? And he tagged me on Facebook? Gary One Arm. He thought the whole thing was hysterical. He said, poor Jeff.
Poor Jeff. Hey, your team sucks just as bad as the Giants do. So, Gary, I would not be laughing too hard. Stupid ass. Right, Sean?
Yeah, the Redskins and the Giants are pretty much just battling it out
They have
for
the
last
same
place.
They have the same record, you jackass. You know something? You live in London, Gary One Arm. Try and keep up. They have the same freaking record, you dumbass. You know what's going to happen? They're going to finish last in that division together, so we can hang out together in misery, you jackass.
All right, the next game we get to, actually, Jeff, you had called it before Wes came in there. I was going to get to this next one. The New England Patriots at the Green Bay Packers, and what I will say will be a Super Bowl matchup in February.
Hey, what did I tell you?
New England and Green Bay, this was a classic game. Of course, I watched the whole game.
It was not a classic game. New England looked terrible. Classic game. Just because you're a fan of New England, you have to say it was a classic. No, it was not a classic game. New England looked disgusting.
The weather and the field goals, there's your example right there, why the Packers won. The only reason why they would win was because of Mother Nature.
Oh, hey, Dinglewad. Don't they have the same freaking weather in New England, you jackass?
Yeah, they do.
Exactly. So New England should be used to playing in that kind of crap. Oh.
It was windy. It
It was
was
windy.
Is what it was.
It was windy. Oh. They're football players. They're supposed to play in that crap. Oh, it was windy. Oh. You know what? Start making excuses. And you know when I think of excuses, don't you?
Yeah,
they're like assholes.
Excuses, all right.
Right. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one.
I was proud of the Patriots anyway. This could be a game that they'll always remember, that they can look back on.
Always remember that they
play
lost.
Green Bay, they'll be ready for the Super Bowl if they play Green Bay.
Always remember that they lost. Hey, Wes, I wouldn't be throwing out Brady blows and LOL. We're coming at you next, you rat bastard, so hang tight.
Great matchup for both quarterbacks. No turnovers in the game. Brady, 22 of 35, 245 yards, 2 touchdown passes and no interceptions.
Yeah, I know, but I hate to
And
tell
Aaron
you
Rodgers
something,
had a good game too.
Sean, I hate to tell you something. Aaron Rodgers just proves he's a better quarterback than Brady. He just proved it.
Oh,
He just proved it. So all those people that were saying, oh, Tom Brady is... No, he's not. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. He just proved it.
Wes goes, they're millionaires who don't care. And Wes and Josh goes, you sound like Skippy. And Wes goes, the millionaires blow.
Millionaires blow. Hey, Wes, don't be pissed off because your freaking damn Steelers lost. Okay? You know what, Wes? You know something, Wes? Your damn Pittsburgh freaking Steelers stink too.
I can't wait till we get to the next game with that. After the first commercial break.
It's stink unbelievable. They can't even beat New Orleans at home. You guys stink. So don't get me started with them. You rat bastard.
Wes is like saying, don't worry, it's going to happen in the Berg.
Hey, how many games did you lose this week, Sean, in our Pick'em League?
I gained 9 points, so I lost 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I only got 9 points, too. I lost the Denver game, I lost the Atlanta game, I lost the Jacksonville game, I lost the New Orleans game, and I lost the Minnesota game, and I lost the Seattle game. What kind of crap is that?
It's been a very interesting year for the NFL.
It sure has, man. It sure has. And you know what? We're going to run to a commercial break. On the other side of this commercial break, we'll get into some Pittsburgh talk game, and then we'll go into the San Diego game. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And Sean, if they live in the Central?
Figure it out for yourself.
Oh, man, you're getting tough on them, aren't you?
Yeah, especially really the guy I lost a bet to for the NBA.
I know. How about that? We'll get into that, too, a little later in the show. Let's finish up the Patriots-Green Bay game.
Yeah, tough loss indeed. But when you think about going back to this game between New England and Green Bay, it's big because New England lost a chance to still be up over Denver because Denver won last night. Green Bay, Jeff, of course, is in a battle with Arizona and Philadelphia for that top seed in the NFC. So a lot at stake over the next 4 weeks the season is drawing to a close.
Not only are they in a tough battle with those guys, but they're trying to keep pace with Detroit. That division.
Detroit. Yep.
They're trying to keep pace with Detroit in that division because Detroit won on Thanksgiving Day, so they got to keep pace with Detroit or keep ahead of Detroit. But I picked Green Bay in that game. You told me I was crazy. I also told you that Aaron Rodgers I thought was a better quarterback than Drew Brees, than freaking Tom Brady, and he proved me right and he proved you wrong. Ha ha.
I look at Green Bay's schedule, Jeff, and if you look at the next 4 games, Monday night the Packers host the Falcons, at Buffalo, at Tampa Bay, and then to end the last game of the season, which could be for the NFC North, hosting the Detroit Lions, December 28th.
Could be interesting. Hey, Wes puts something in there like in our chat room, like our defense is the highest ranked in the NFC North. Are you kidding me? Then why do you keep losing the crappy teams, Wes? Why does if the Pittsburgh Steelers have the highest ranked defense in the AFC North, which is not saying much, then why do they keep losing the crappy teams? Because they play down to their opponent. That's why. That's why they're Junior. They should have beat the freaking Saints.
Yeah, that's the next game we get to here as the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, Wes, I'm telling you, I even mentioned you when Gary One Arm mentioned me on tags yesterday on Facebook. I have to tell you something, Wes. Your team is in deep trouble if you can't beat the teams that are below 500. You could not beat the Buccaneers. You could not beat the Jets. And now you can't beat the New Orleans Saints.
Hey, you know what? Sean, I like what he says. We think we are the old Steelers defense. You're not the old Steelers defense. Your Steelers defense is just old.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You're not the old Steelers defense. The Steelers defense is old.
Big win, too, for New Orleans Saints, too. Think about it. The Saints, they moved to 5-7. Pittsburgh drops to 7-5. Why do I say it's a big win for the Saints? Quite simple.
Because Arizona won, too.
They have a chance to still win the NFC South division.
Well, Arizona won, too. I mean, not Arizona. Atlanta won, too. They got to keep pace with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Ravens lost, so everybody lost in that division yesterday but the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep.
So the Bengals now are leading that division by 2 games, I think, now. That division is there to lose. And correct me if I'm wrong. Pittsburgh plays Cincinnati this week. Right?
Yep.
Pittsburgh plays Cincinnati this week.
That's right. Cincinnati playing against Pittsburgh. I cannot wait.
And if
for
Pittsburgh
that
loses this game, you might as well kiss the playoffs goodbye.
Josh goes, I mean, heck, Oakland can beat Pittsburgh. LMFAO.
Hey, watch this. You're going to like this one, Josh. Jacksonville can even beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and even Wes is saying we can't beat the crappy teams. It's so unacceptable.
You know what, Wes? I totally agree with you. Every time you play a crappy team, Pittsburgh Steelers play down to that crappy team. They play the way that crappy team plays, crappy, and they end up losing. When they play a good team, they play good.
Drew Brees was 19-27 yesterday, 257 yards, 5 touchdown passes, Wes, and no interceptions.
That's a great defense, Wes.
Drew Brees all day yesterday.
That's a great defense, Wes, you got there. 5 touchdowns and no interceptions. Woohoo! Dug it.
Roethlisberger, 32 of 58, 435 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. As it was quiet in the Berg with those yellow towels.
He's old. Flags every 3rd down, so tell him to stop committing penalties. How about that?
I get blamed for excuses about the weather. How about Wes complaining all the time saying it's those doggone officials?
He's always
I don't get 1 ounce of respect because the Steelers get screwed.
Hey, Wes. You got more excuses than a cattle prod. Okay, Wes? You come up with more excuses for the Pittsburgh Steelers than I've ever heard in my life, man. Holy freaking Toledo. Why didn't you ever just admit it like I do about the Giants? They stink.
He goes,
stink.
LOL, sacked. Then it's holding.
I
Look
know.
What he
Well,
says.
what do
Then
you
it's-
want from my life? Tell him to stop holding. That's all. It's that simple. Stop holding. You won't win 4 in a row. Last week you said you're going to win 5 in a row. You're not. It's not going to. Hey, Wes, come back to reality. Okay? This is almost 2015. Get used to your team not being in this year's playoffs. Just like, you know what, Wes? I think you and I should have a golf tournament for the Steelers and the Giants.
And you know something? Wes was tagging me on a photo on Facebook, Jeff, a couple weeks ago, saying, in the Berg, baby, the Steelers are going to roll over everybody, and you're going to see Ben Roethlisberger be MVP of the NFL.
Right. They're going to roll right on home. That's what they're going to be doing. Rolling right on. I like what Josh says. They got a bunch of Pablo Sandovals out there. I like that, Josh. Just, you know what? Josh is sticking it to 2 people with that one sentence right there.
Oh, my gosh.
They got a bunch of Pablo Sandovals
even
out
read
there.
it, Josh.
Yeah, they got a bunch. Josh is nailing 2 people with that one statement. He's digging freaking Wes, and he's digging Sean at the same time with that freaking statement right there. And there's no way in hell that Ben is an MVP. Are you kidding me? You know who's going to win the MVP this year?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
It's very possible.
He's going to – I hate to tell you, but Brady's not going to win it. Manning's not going to win it. Roethlisberger's not going to win it. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, look what Wes says. Remember me when we blow up Cincy on Sunday.
It's not going to happen, dude. You better, you know what? I like that. You keep that positive attitude. Keep that positive attitude because that's the only thing that you got going for yourself. Besides you working out and losing weight. You're looking pretty good, my friend. You're looking pretty good. You know what? You're looking really good. I wish the Pittsburgh Steelers looked as good as you did.
Cutler. And, of course, now Wes is going after Josh. Next game, Jeff. Hey, Gary, where are you? You were talking all the smack about how bad the Giants are. How about the Redskins getting pounded 49-27 at Indianapolis?
Way to go, Redskins. Way to go, Gary Warner. Hey, Gary, at least I show up when my team loses. Okay? At least I'm here. All right? At least Sean is here. Josh is here. Wes is here. All our teams lost. Guess what? We are here, and you ain't. So you know what that means? That means you got a big L on your forehead for loser.
Colt McCoy was 31 of 47 yesterday, 392 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and no interceptions.
Not bad stats. Come on, not bad stats for Colt McCoy. They were just playing the Indianapolis Colts, that's all.
And I think it's true, but a breaking news did come yesterday that the Redskins do intend to part ways with RG3. And Gary's reply was, Colt McCoy is the future for the Washington Redskins. Watch them come back and win the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, he's jumping off that RG3 bandwagon and jumping on Colt McCoy's bandwagon. What a sucker he is, man.
Andrew Luck was 19 of 27, 370 yards, 5 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. I even said this too, Jeff, yesterday. I said, Gary, the problem with the Redskins, they need to fix their defense. And he says, no, Sean, the problem with the Redskins is they just need to fix their offense. It's like, oh, good grief. I said, look at look what's happened to them. 49 points they gave up.
Hey, you know something, Sean? We were talking about the Patriot-Green Bay game just a little bit ago, right? I forgot to say something to you.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Patriots are not going home to New England after the game yesterday? They're flying to they're coming to San Diego and they're spending the week in San Diego.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not going back to New England. They went from New England to Green Bay to San Diego. They're spending the week in San Diego. They're not even going back to Green Bay after the game. They're already here in San Diego.
Wow.
How about you didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't know that.
How about them apples? So now they're spending the whole week in San Diego. So if you live here in San Diego, you might get a chance to bump into the New England Patriots because, you know, they'll probably be going out to SeaWorld and the zoo. You know what? Now I know why the weather is so crappy like this. Freaking New England brought the crappy weather with them. Get them out of here, will you? Get them out of here. I don't need them here. So if you're a San Diego resident and you're listening to the show, the New England Patriots are here in town. They'll be practicing all week, and they'll probably be out and about gallivanting in downtown San Diego. So look for some big dudes in San Diego this week. You like that, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll run to a quick commercial break. What game were we talking about before I interrupted you?
Oh, that's all right. We were talking about the Washington Redskins, Indianapolis Colts game, and how Gary is so fed up with the Redskins.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. That was a stupid game. We'll come when we come back from break. I want to get into that Baltimore Ravens game. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Millionaires are being made worldwide, all season long at DraftKings.com. America's favorite one-week fantasy football website. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments, so you can play whenever you want. You got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash payoffs. And just this season alone, one lucky listener turned $10 into $5,000, and another turned $2 into $10,000. Plus, we've been crowning new millionaires virtually every week, all season long at DraftKings.com. So you could be next. What are you waiting for? Imagine winning $1 million in one day just for playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Make sure you log on to DraftKings.com right away and use the promo code Spreaker to play for free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Don't forget to enter Spreaker at DraftKings.com today. You can't win if you don't play. DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, before we went to break, I gave him a little teaser. We were going to talk about the Baltimore Ravens San Diego Chargers game. Go.
All right, this is the next game we get to, and what a classic game. I saw parts of this game, Jeff. It was 30-20 Baltimore. I thought, oh, it doesn't look too good for the Chargers, but I thought, oh, and I turned back a channel and say, holy smokes, they came back and beat Baltimore by 1 point. Adrian, if you're listening wherever you are, better start thinking real soon about getting yourself those razor blades and shaving cream because you're losing to Jeff here in a couple weeks and we're all getting a Christmas present.
I was watching that game on Sunday. Believe it or not, Sean, believe it or not, Josh Lopez, the producer and program director of Sports World Radio, I was actually up and watched the San Diego Charger game. How about that? I was actually up and watching the San Diego Charger game yesterday. I got up at like 10 like right as the game was starting. Look at your cousin is in the house. What's up, Eddie from Lee Summit? Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Bud, for coming out.
I was watching that Charger game, and the whole time I was watching that Charger game, I was thinking about our good friend, bald-headed to be, Adrian. Our bald-headed friend to be, Adrian, while I was watching that game. The San Diego Chargers were down the entire game. The whole freaking game until there was 38 seconds left.
Philip River, and I put it in the chat room. The Chargers were clutch, Jeff, when they had to be, when they were down by 10 points. Huge win for them because
Huge.
The way I look at it, Denver will get to that game after this one because this is big too. San Diego keeps pace with Denver, who is just one game behind them in the AFC West division. The loss hurt Kansas City, so now I think you have to give Kansas City the boot and say that they will not make the playoffs. They would need an absolute miracle just to get in there, the Chiefs. But the Chargers are showing people, hey, we are for real. We can challenge anybody. And, of course, we want to challenge Denver in the AFC. The only way the Chargers are going to win that division is to beat Denver.
They got one more game against them. They got one more game against them.
Yeah, one more game.
Right. So now in that all important AFC North division, you got Cincinnati, who's 8-3-1, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland, all 7-5. Okay, and over in that AFC West now, with Denver beating Kansas City and San Diego winning, Denver's 9-3, San Diego's 8-4, and Kansas City is 7-5. And right now, if the playoffs were to begin today, San Diego would be in as the wild card.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. You betcha. You betcha. I believe it would be San Diego. Right now, it's San Diego and it's Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Or is it Pittsburgh?
I believe it. I'd have to take a look at the whole the AFC playoff.
No, I'm sorry.
format.
I'm sorry. It's San Diego and Kansas City. That's what I saw last night on the TV. It's San Diego and Kansas City who are your wild card teams. So you'd get 3 teams out of the West again.
Well, take a look at what we got here. I'm looking at the Chargers' schedule. They got past one big test in San
They got
Diego.
another one coming
one
this
big
week.
test against Baltimore. They host, of course, as you pointed out, New England.
Mm-hmm.
Then they host Denver
Mhm.
on Sunday night. Actually, Sunday afternoon. That should be the Sunday night game of the week.
That's
on the 14th.
That's their last home game of the year.
At San Francisco and at Kansas City.
Right. Right. They beat Baltimore. They need to beat freaking New England, and they need to beat Denver.
Yeah.
I like to see them win out. Although that last game that they play against Kansas City, I'm hoping it doesn't matter. So they can rest some of their players.
Josh comes up with this and says, if the playoffs ended today, both the Cowboys and Steelers would miss the playoffs.
Correct. How about them apples right there? Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Another epic Cowboy choke, Jeff, and that's what you would get.
And then you'd hear Jerry Jones making some sort of excuses again.
In this game between Baltimore and San Diego, Philip Rivers, the quarterback of the Chargers, 34 of 45, 383 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. Joe Flacco is 19 of 31, 225 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. This was a game Baltimore had, but they blew it, and a huge loss for the Ravens. Huge.
Yeah, it would be Detroit and Seattle that would be in the playoffs as the 2 wild cards. Dallas would be sitting at home watching the football games, right, like the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants.
We'll get into the Cowboys soon there, Jeff, and I know we'll say they just played, of course, their game. Of course, the Cowboys are reminding each other, look, 2-3 in the last 5 games. They're saying they have to get their act together and know that in order for the Cowboys to win the division and get into the playoffs, they have to do it. And they all know the history, which has not been very good to them.
They ain't going to do it, so it's not going to matter.
Let's see. The next game we get to, that would be Denver and Kansas City. This was the Sunday night game on NBC. The Broncos played a good game. Peyton Manning, 17 of 34, 179 yards, 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions, as Denver is now tied with New England for the top spot in the AFC.
Yes. 9-3 with Denver and 9-3 with New England. And with New England losing to Green Bay, that didn't freaking help them at all. You know?
Yeah, but of course, here's the thing: Denver and New England tie at the end of the year, and they both go 13-3. New England would hold the tiebreaker. So next 4 weeks for that top spot in the AFC going to be very interesting. And for the Chiefs, this loss just hurt them big time. I don't see them making it to the playoffs. Alex Smith had a rough time. He was sacked, Jeff, 6 times in the game last night. He was 15 of 23, 153 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. And I know Chief fans are probably saying, we've done so well. We thumped New England. We've been in this thing all year. But the problem is they just can't beat the Denver Broncos when it matters.
And it's a tough place to play. And did you watch the game last night?
I did not. Actually, I watched parts of it.
I forgot it was even on.
I thought it was going to be a wild game, a playoff caliber game, but I look at the score and Denver was up 17-0. I thought, oh boy. I said Kansas City did not come prepared to play this game against Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos.
I forgot it was even on, and by the time I got to it, the game was already over in my eyes, so I just turned it off.
Yeah, and everybody was wondering if Denver had kind of lost their focus and if they were not a really good football team and if they weren't confident. But, of course, they came back and beat Miami, but they were probably saying, look, we haven't played good football. We need to start getting our act together and start blowing out opponents. We already got thumped by the St. Louis Rams, so it's important to get our act together. And for the Broncos to do it, this is the time right now. And John Elway's probably saying, look, it's crunch time. It's the month of December. Denver, you got to do whatever you can to overtake New England and win the division and still hold off San Diego. So Denver knows. I wouldn't say that the Broncos, Jeff, have totally got the division wrapped up because a lot of things can happen. They still, in my opinion, do not look like a very good football team. The Broncos don't. I really don't see it.
Well, they don't have a great defense.
No.
You know, and defense really wins championships. Who really, doesn't matter how good your offense is. If your defense can't stop the other team, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, and the question's going to be when Denver gets to the playoffs, there's going to be a big question. Can Peyton Manning win the big games, and can he win in temperatures that are like 40 degrees or lower? That's where he's had bad history with playing in the cold, especially back in his days with Indianapolis.
It was pretty cold last night in Kansas City, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
He won that game, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that theory's going out the window, isn't it?
Yep. Here's the next game, Jeff. Buffalo Bills, is this team for real? 26-10 against the Cleveland Browns. Ouch. I picked Cleveland. I know you did.
Yeah, I picked Buffalo in that game.
Oh, yeah, you picked Buffalo. I picked Cleveland. That's right.
I picked Buffalo in that game. Johnny Manziel actually played in that game, huh?
Yep, and they said the Bills overcome Johnny Manziel's rally attempt. They blow them out 26-10.
Yeah, well, he had his good and his bad moments in that game.
Yep.
He's not an NFL quarterback. I could see it in that game right there. Big deal, he ran for a touchdown.
The Browns had a total of 3 turnovers in the game. Buffalo had 2. Kyle Orton has felt like it's a new home for him. 17 of 31, 190 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 2 interceptions, keeping the Bills, I can't believe I'm saying this, playoff hopes alive. Who would have ever thought that Buffalo may have a shot at one of those 2 wild card spots, even though they would need a miracle and a lot of teams to lose in the next 4 weeks?
It's pouring raining in New York. Looks like they're going to be playing that game in the rain tonight.
Yep.
Why don't you postpone it so your players don't get hurt? They're going to play in the rain. Oh, my God. Jackasses. It's football, for Christ's sakes.
Jeff, your opinion, do you really think the Buffalo Bills are a playoff contender? Do you think they're really a team that has a chance to getting in? Because here they are 7-5 with the chance to get in.
I don't know.
They're in the hunt, but there is a number of teams they're battling with. Buffalo is.
I don't think they're sitting. Oh, they're not. Yeah. They're not in right now. They are not in right now because It's San Diego and Kansas City is your wild cards right now, as it sits of right now. So Buffalo's not in. Now, if Kansas City loses another game and Buffalo keeps winning, then Buffalo will be in. Baltimore's got to win. Pittsburgh's got to win. Cleveland's got to win. So Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland are all behind Buffalo, which they're all behind Kansas City. And all of those teams that I just mentioned are sitting at 7-5. So
that's right.
Any one of those could be the second wild card.
That's right. I saw it last night when the game was coming to a close on NBC. Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth were talking about their whole perspective of a very tight AFC wild card. The Bills, if they were to get in, I know how you are about the if theory, Jeff, but if the Bills were to get in, that would be quite an amazing story, too. They haven't been in the playoffs, haven't been really this big since the Jim Kelly era.
Well, that division has been the Patriots' division for quite a few years now.
Since Tom Brady came to New England back in 2001, it's just been all New England. The only two times that a team other than the Patriots won the AFC East division was 2002, that was the Jets, and then 2008, that was Miami.
Correct. Hey, let's run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Now, folks, if you're tired of touching your toilet seat to lift it or lower it, we just solved the problem with the Flipper. The Flipper attaches to the underside of your toilet seat where you never ever have to grab the toilet seat ever again to lift it or lower it. So head on over to flipperflipper.com, watch the video, and order your Flipper today from flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Welcome to the first of two updates on this Monday, December 1st, 2014. We are 45 minutes after the hour. Here we go, NBA. 4 games tonight. Spurs at 76ers, Heat at Wizards, Nuggets at Jazz, and Timberwolves at the Clippers. In the National Hockey League, here are the games that we have for tonight. Total of 5 games. Lightning at the Rangers, Panthers at the Blue Jackets, Canadians at Avalanche, Coyotes at Oilers, and Bruins at Ducks. In the NFL, Monday Night Football tonight, it will be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. That game starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. In Major League Baseball, the big news today, Nelson Cruz has found himself a new home. It's not the Baltimore Orioles. He's going all the way to Seattle to sign a 4-year contract to play alongside Robinson Cano in what could be a very tough and explosive Seattle team for the American League West next year. That's your update for Sports World Radio on this Monday, the 1st of December, 2014. This update was brought to you by flipperflipper.com. Be right back after the commercial.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, Don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, doing this gig every Monday through Friday for 2 hours, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West. And if you live in the Central,
If you happen to live in the Central, figure that out for yourself, because I'm not going to do it for you.
Okay, so during the break, Sean and I were having a nice little discussion. Would you like to tell them what we were talking about?
Jeff was talking about how I should have hopefully tried to fly down to San Diego, and he and I would be able to go to the Patriot Charger game.
You know what he said to me?
What did I say there, Jeff?
He said to me, yeah, I come down there and I'll bring my my Patriots gear and my Boston Bruins jersey. I says, no Boston jersey. This is a Patriots game. Just bring your New England gear. And he goes, well, I was going to bring my Bobby Orr jersey that I'm wearing right now. And I said, yeah, that's right. You freaking Patriots lose yesterday and you move right into the Boston Bruins,
here
you
we go
bandwagon
again.
fan, you.
All right, the next game we get to, the Browns, of course, losing to Buffalo really hurt the Cleveland Browns, but it made a fan, which is Ebo, very, very happy. Hey, Ebo, this is just for you, buddy. The Bengals go into Tampa Bay and beat the Buccaneers in a close one, 14-13 yesterday.
Just like I called it. Andy Dalton was a little iffy in yesterday's game.
I would say so. When you think about it, 19-27, 176 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he threw 3 interceptions, and they still won the game. Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe you should learn something from that.
Roethlisberger had 2 interceptions yesterday.
Hey, are you making a bet with Josh where you're going to have to put your Bruins stuff down on next Thursday?
I have a bet against him, and I'm going to whoop his tail and beat him, and he'll be looking at Bruins gear for a week.
Okay, so
from December 11th to December 18th.
So I guess it's the Boston Bruins against the Chicago Blackhawks.
That's right.
And if you lose, what do you have to do?
I have to put Blackhawks junk on my Facebook profile picture and cover photo and Spreaker and on the Skype call and take my Bruins gear down for a week and put my jersey away for a week.
Wow. And what happens if you win? What does he have to do?
He has to look at nice, wonderful Boston Bruins gear. That's right, Josh.
You're going to lose again, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to lose again. He's going to lose. I'm up 2-1 as far as bets go. He lost the New England-Chicago game. He lost the Boston-Chicago game. And he had to put that up for 2 weeks, and now he's going to lose this time because I'm sick of looking at Michael Jordan and stupid bull stuff on my stinking face.
You know
Makes
what?
Me want to
I'm
fart.
sick and tired of looking at Chicago Bulls crap on your Skype.
Yeah, how do you think it makes me feel? I have to lock at it all the time. At least I have till Friday after the show to get rid of that barf.
I keep looking over there, and I think it's Josh. That crap out of there. You got to keep that on for how long?
I have to keep it on till Friday after the show is over with. All of this. This just makes me barf.
That's just disgusting right there, dude. I keep looking at it going, is that Josh? No, it's Sean. That's just terrible. Way to get him, Josh. You're the man. Way to stick it to him. So when you lose, so when Boston loses, when the Bruins lose Thursday, you're going to have to take that all this stuff off the wall and show the picture of the blank wall again?
Yes.
You're such a sucker.
You know what? At least I'm a man of my word when it comes to bets.
Yes, you are. I give you that much. Yes, you are, but you are a sucker.
I'm a sucker? What? No,
yeah.
I'm not.
Let's make a bet between the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. If the Boston Celtics lose, you got to take off all your stuff off your wall for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, blank wall, and a Knick logo on Skype and Facebook and nothing but the Knicks.
And what happens when I win this bet?
Nothing. I don't do anything.
Oh, that's a fun. Oh, yeah. That's called taking advantage of me there. I should at least get something in return for that.
Okay, I put I can't change the logo on Skype because it's our show. I'll change the logo for Sports World Radio's Facebook page.
Oh.
We'll put a Boston
Celtics
thingamadoogie in there.
Put a Celtics logo on the Facebook and on your cover photo, Jeff?
On Sports World Radio's page. And on my page, I'll put a big, huge picture and type in there, "Way to go, Boston Celtics," from a New York Knicks fan.
And then I would have to do the same thing with mine, probably, too, if I lose the bet.
Correct.
For 2 weeks?
That's what
you know
I
how
said.
And even I had to put DVDs away. Oh, my God.
No, you don't have to put DVDs away. I just want your Boston Celtic crap off your wall for 2 weeks.
Oh, no!
That
game is the Celtics host the Knicks December 12th. Oh, no!
So that means that's December 12th, right? And 2 weeks, boom, boom, it's the day after Christmas. Perfect.
And that means one thing. I have a bet on the line with Josh for December 11th when the Bruins play the Blackhawks.
So you're going to have no Bruins and no Boston Celtic gear on your wall at all. For that's going to be awesome.
And all I have
that.
is the Patriots and the Red Sox. What's up with this?
You know, all you should have is just the Patriots on the wall. Your Red Sox gear should be put away.
I like looking at my Red Sox gear on my wall.
That should be put away because it's not baseball season.
Okay,
Here,
let's see. Josh
I'm
says
adding,
the day
hold
after
on.
you can have both Celtics and Bruins gear down. And Josh goes, yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
adding a stipulation to the bet too.
So, Jeff, are we in an agreement here? Do we
Yeah,
have a little
of
bet
course.
on the line for this game on Friday, the 12th of December?
Yeah, and you also have to take your Red Sox gear off the wall to the beginning of baseball season.
That is a bunch of bull crap, and that's not going to happen. I like the way my Red Sox stuff looks.
Well,
I
I don't
enjoy
care. It's
looking
not
at my
baseball
Ted
season.
Williams pictures.
I don't care. It's not baseball season.
Well, yeah, but this isn't baseball we're talking about. This is basketball we're talking
That's right.
about.
So you got to take off all your you got to take your Celtics gear off when you lose. You got to take your Boston Bruins gear off when you lose, and you got to take your Red Sox gear off when you lose.
No.
Great.
I won't even agree to the bet because the Red Sox have nothing to do
You
with the bet.
shouldn't have your Red Sox gear up. It's not baseball season.
The jerseys are put away, the jackets are put away, but I can still enjoy looking at my Red Sox stuff on my wall.
Oh, you got pictures up?
Yes, I have pictures up.
And banners?
Yep.
And pennants?
Yep.
You're a jackass.
Baseball cards, yeah.
Oh,
So if we
baseball
do bet, you just have
cards.
to rely on the fact, Jeff, it would have to be just between the
Okay.
Celtics and the Knicks to
Let's
be able
rock
to make
that. Let's
that
rock
bet go
that bet.
through.
Let's rock that bet because you're going to lose anyway. So let's rock that bet.
Rock the bet? Okay, well, all right, I guess we can do that as long as you leave the Red Sox out of it. Otherwise,
I'll
I
leave-
will not agree to
Okay,
that bet.
I'll leave the Red Sox out of it, you rat bastard.
Okay, good. We'll leave the Red Sox out of it. So, do we have a bet here, Jeff?
Of course we do. You're going to lose.
I wouldn't. You know what? The way the Knicks are playing right now, don't get your hopes up because when the Knicks lose, enjoy looking at Celtics for 2 whole weeks. It's going to be a beautiful
you know
thing
what?
to see Jeff lose a bet with. Oh man, I'm
You know
going to be
what?
laughing.
We got two. You know what, Sean? We got two
What?
crappy teams playing each other. That's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, 2 teams in the basement.
Two crappy teams playing each other. That's a good. You never know who's going to win that game, right? Because they're 2 crappy teams playing.
Oh God, this is going to be a long. That's going to be a long week.
gonna be
I even
great.
got a bet on the Bruins and the Sharks this week
I know.
too.
I know. So you're going to end up losing your freaking Bruins stuff from your wall, and you're going to end up losing your Celtics stuff from the wall all at the same time. You're going to have a blank wall, and I want to see the pictures of it. Of the
Yeah,
blank
but
wall.
there's a conflict here because, all right, I got a bet with you, but how am I going to do this with Josh? Because Josh, you know, I already will have a bet with him between
Exactly.
the Bruins and the Blackhawks on
Right.
December 11th.
So you're going to lose. So Chicago's going to win that game, and then you're going to have to take your Boston Bruins stuff off the wall. And then the next day, you got to bet with me with the Celtics and Knicks, and Celtics are going to lose, and then you're going to have to take your Celtics stuff off the wall. So you're
And
going to
how-
end up taking all your crap off your wall. It's going to be beautiful.
And how are we exactly supposed to get the profile pictures and cover photos up?
You put them up like a normal person does.
I know, but then it's like I have the bet with Josh, but then it's like after I'm done with Josh's bet, if I lose that and the 18th I'm all done, does that mean then 2 weeks I have to put Nick's stuff up?
Yeah. No, actually what you got to do is you got to put all the stuff up at the same time.
Oh, good grief.
So you have to have a combination of Knicks and Chicago Blackhawks stuff.
And I can say one thing, that means that I will have to make sure to we'll have to have a staff meeting about that.
You like that idea, Josh?
Yep.
It is hard to pick between two crappy teams, Ebo. It is. Thanks. That's why you picked the Giants. Oh, shut the hell up.
That
Thanks
is
a lot.
crap. That won't happen.
Thanks a lot. Much appreciated.
So, Jeff, you're probably saying the Blackhawks on Thursday, and he says it's going to be beautiful to see you put Blackhawks up for a week. And then, of course, then...
Not me. I'm not putting shit up. I'm not putting nothing up because I ain't losing.
Sure about that, Jeff? You can't beat AA in bets when it comes to the Giants in Philadelphia.
That's because the Giants suck. Okay, you know me. You know me. 98% of the time when I make a bet, what happens, Sean?
You win.
Exactly. So get ready for a blank wall, my friend.
Get ready to lose on the 12th of December. 11 days, Jeff. The countdown starts.
I have not lost to you in a while, have I?
No, you have not lost me in a while.
Exactly. So there's no point in me losing to you again. You know what I mean?
All right. What Ebo goes, would you have felt better if I didn't follow you and pick the Jags? That's what.
Well, Ebo, let me see something here. According to our Pick'em League, okay, really quick, I'm going to the stats here. Ebo's in 4th place with 120 points. Schmedley got knocked out of the top spot by Gio. Gio is now in 1st place. Schmedley is in 2nd place. AA is in 3rd place. The returning champion, Ebo, is in 4th place, poised to take 1st place and win again this year for 2 years in a row. Wes is in 5th place. Des Dispenser, which I believe is Nicholas, is in 6th place. I am in 7th place. Pick 'em Like the Wind, which is Frank, is in 8th place. Renegade, which is Ron, is in 9th place. The Rap Bastard moved into the top 10, which is Andrew. He's the number 10. And our very own Encyclopedia Man, producer, program director, Josh Lopez, has moved out of the top 10, is in 11th place.
And on that note, we got to run to our commercial break.
We'll be right back with Jeff Esco and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskel, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, what do you got, buddy?
We were talking about the Bengals and the Buccaneers game from yesterday. This is a big win, of course, for the Bengals, especially since, Jeff, they do have to travel to Pittsburgh on Sunday, and the Bengals have a better chance of winning than Pittsburgh does. Keep in mind, the Bengals and Steelers meet twice. Wes, you better hope and pray that the Steelers beat a very tough and very good Cincinnati Bengals team.
You better hope and pray.
Yeah, and of course, Lovie Smith and the Buccaneers, the misery continues. The Bengals, they were able to hold off a rally, but the Buccaneers got Lovie Smith called a timeout at a bad time, and the Buccaneers got hit with a lot of penalties in the game.
You ain't going to win crap, dude.
The Buccaneers, no, they're like a couple years away, as Frank said, from being a really big again and being a winning organization, but not that big. The next game, Jeff, how about this one? The Houston Texans over the Tennessee Titans 45-21 to try to keep pace for the Texans in the AFC wildcard and the AFC South division with the Indianapolis Colts.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep.
It's hot in here.
What's your thoughts, though, Jeff, on the Texans? Do you think they have a chance to still catch the Indianapolis Colts or that Colts?
Get the hell out of here. No way. Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. Really? Seriously?
No.
The Colts are 8-4. Cincinnati 6-6. I'm sorry. The Colts are 8-4. Houston 6-6. Ain't gonna happen.
Texans may have a shot for the AFC wild card. Ryan Fitzpatrick was 24 of 33, 358 yards. How about the number he had? 6 touchdown passes yesterday for Ryan Fitzpatrick and no interceptions. It just seems that every time you see Ryan Fitzpatrick throw the football on Sundays or Monday nights or Thursdays, he will have an up and down game. Like one week he's up and then he's doing really well, and then the next week he doesn't do very well.
That's why they play the games every week, because you never know how you're going to play.
He did great for a Houston team trying to keep pace, and for Tennessee, they're just anxious for this season to get over what's been a brutal year with injuries and a quarterback situation. They're awful. They stink. The Titans got a lot of work to do this offseason.
You think? They need a real quarterback. That's what they need.
The next game, how about this one, Jeff? Did anybody ever want to even watch this game yesterday? The Rams, 52-0 against the Oakland Raiders.
That's crazy, huh?
I probably would. At
52.
halftime, it was 38-0. 38-0, the Rams against the Oakland Raiders. Oakland, of course, had their first win of the regular season since November of last year. Now they go in to St. Louis and just get humiliated.
52.
52-0.
How crazy is that?
The Rams, with Jeff Fisher, are a team that will not make the playoffs, but they have played some really good football against the competitive teams, and even against an easy Oakland Raider team that's not very good at all in all categories.
How crazy is that?
Nuts.
Right? It is nuts, isn't it?
Yep. David Carr, he was 24 of 39 for Oakland, 173 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Raiders were sloppy all day. They had a total of 5 turnovers. Hill for the Rams was 13 of 22, 183 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
It is. Josh even says the Raiders should go to the CFL.
They should go to the CFL. They'll probably be. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, though. No, I'm not sure if it's going to make a hill of beans a difference.
The next game, Jeff, the Minnesota Vikings over the Carolina Panthers. I got this game correct. Jeff got this game incorrect because you went with Carolina. I went with Minnesota.
I got this game correct and you didn't. I'm better than you.
That's why I'm in second place in Pick'em, Jeff.
Shut up. It's okay, dude. I'm in 7th place. I'm only 5 spots behind you. You better watch out. Look in your rearview mirror because I'm a bitch.
The Schmedley will not be denied.
Yeah, lots of luck with that. The Schmedley would not be denied. Unbelievable.
So the Vikings win. They go to 5-7, trying to keep maybe their hopes alive for the NFC wild card. 31-13, but I don't see it happening where the Vikings will have a chance of making the playoffs this year.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at all this year. Not one stinking bit.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The Vikings have had a difficult year with Adrian Peterson, the situation there. Teddy Bridgewater, could he be the future of the Vikings? He's been pretty impressive for them. You know, he was 15-21, 138 yards, 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Cam Newton was 18-35, 194 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 1 interception.
Yeah, he is the future of the Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but the question is, the Vikings have always had this problem with their quarterback situation. They face a big decision with Teddy Bridgewater, and I believe that, yeah, he will be the future of the team, but he's going to have to make sure that if he wants to lead this team to be a better quarterback and make smart decisions and not turn the football over, because Vikings have been kind of the up and down team the last couple of years.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be like that for a little while longer, too, with them.
Yeah. The other matchup, how about this, Jeff? Falcons 29, Cardinals 18.
That was a pretty good game. I didn't get to see that game.
And a tough loss for Arizona because now in that NFC West, right with them and is the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I know.
Right with the Cardinals.
Yeah, but Seattle is still 1 game behind them, ain't they?
Yeah, and Seattle goes to Philadelphia this weekend.
Yeah, Seattle's still 1 game behind Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And Seattle plays who this week? Philadelphia?
Seattle Seahawks at the Philadelphia Eagles in what would be a playoff preview.
That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be a tough game.
Drew Stanton was 24 of 39, 294 yards passing, 1 touchdown pass and 2 interceptions. Matt Ryan, 30 of 41, 361 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 interception as the Falcons keeping their hopes alive in a very sloppy and miserable NFC South division.
Yep. Going to be very interesting.
And the big question is, who has the opportunity to win the NFC South between Atlanta and New Orleans? 2 teams at 5-7. They may get in there at 7-9 or 8-8.
Maybe, but I doubt it. I doubt it very highly.
Atlanta knows they have to win every game just to get in. They got a big test coming up against Green Bay, so they got past a big test in Arizona. Let's see how well they do against one of the hottest teams in the NFC, which would be the Green Bay Packers.
I don't know about that there, Josh. Vikings won, man, Cam Newton is just like Colin Kaepernick. I don't know about that. I think actually Cam Newton is better than Colin Kaepernick, to tell you the truth. That's my opinion, if you like to know. And that's what we do here. We give our opinions. Ain't that so, Joe?
Yep.
All right, what's next? Was that the last game?
That was, I believe, the last game of the week number 13.
Yeah, and then we got tonight's game, right?
Tonight, the Dolphins at the Jets. Probably will watch it just to see how well things go. Of course, in the pick'em, I've got the Dolphins winning the game tonight against the Jets. Tannehill, expect him to come back and play a good game, and the Jets realize all they're trying to do is get through this season and trying to save Rex Ryan's job. But Rex Ryan knows that the end is nearing.
Yeah, I got them in tonight's game as well. Miami. I don't think freaking Jets are going to win, even though the game is at home. It's going to be pouring rain during that game, too. So I don't think they're going to win at all. Hey, let's run to a commercial break.
Okay.
On the other side of this commercial break, we will start a new topic. You're listening to Jeff Eskin and Sean Man on
Sports World Radio.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, what do you got for me next?
All right, Jeff, the next thing that we have here is the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. He came out with some things today.
I'm sure
Skippy
he did.
Bayless said, I want to see Manziel play, but getting thrown into a playoff chase.
You're an idiot. I want to see Manziel play. Who cares what you want? They're fighting for a playoff spot, and you want them to put in a rookie to try and make the playoffs? You're stupid.
Skippy Bayless said the Patriots would beat the Packers by at least 2 touchdowns on a neutral field.
Another stupid remark.
He probably would say, how are they stupid when I'm being opinionated? I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about because the Packers just beat the freaking Patriots last night, and I guarantee you they would have beat them in New England last night too, you dumbass.
Skippy Bayless said, finally, Manziel gets late chance versus Bills in Buffalo. Responded with 8-play, 80-yard touchdown drive.
Yeah,
Browns should stick with him.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question, Skippy. What did he do on the next round of plays? Kind of fell apart, didn't he?
Yep.
You're not talking about that, are you? You're just talking about the good stuff he did. Well, why don't you talk about the bad stuff he did, too? I thought you were a reporter.
Won't. Here's another part that he adds. It won't happen. Skippy Bayless said that Manziel, the Browns, would lead the Browns to the Super Bowl like Brady did with the New England Patriots in the year 2001.
You're an idiot. You're the biggest idiot. The guy hasn't played all year long. It's week 13. He's got no experience in the NFL. And if you think that he could be the quarterback that takes him to the playoffs and win a game in the playoffs, you're just as freaking stupid as I thought you were.
Skippy Bayless said, my New England Patriots disappointed him.
Damn right they did. You're damn right they did. Tom Brady's not as good as you thought he was, is he?
Skippy Bayless said, blame the weather in Green Bay for the Patriots losing.
Oh, that's a bunch of crap because they got the same weather in Green Bay as they do in New England, you jackass.
And isn't football meant to be played in the cold, Skippy?
Yes. Why don't you make another excuse for the Patriots?
Skippy Bayless said that LeBron James is better than Patrick Ewing.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Move on.
Skippy Bayless said that LeBron James is better than Robert Parrish.
Hey, I got an idea, Skip. Why don't you just say LeBron James is the best NBA player that's ever played the game? Just go ahead and say that. Because I'm going to tell you something, Skippy Bayless. If there was not a Pete Maravich, if there was not a Michael Jordan, there would be no LeBron James. So don't give me none of your crap.
Skippy Bayless said that nobody can save this year's Boston Celtics. Oh, really, you think?
I think that's right.
Yeah, I think that's right, too. But give me a break. I think we all know it.
Hey,
They're so bad they've won a lot of games.
I got an idea, Skip. Why don't you stop stating the obvious?
Skippy Bayless said that Eric Spoelstra is a better coach than Phil Jackson.
Oh my God! Then why didn't he win more championships when he had LeBron? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they couldn't get it together. That makes him not a good coach, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go shut the hell up. Better than
Skippy
Phil
Bayless
Jackson.
said that my Dallas Cowboys will beat the Bears.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That game is in where? In Chicago?
In Chicago.
It's not going to happen because the Bears can't play Dallas can't play in the cold. And when Tony Romo gets that shot in the back, he's going to be done. What's up, Michael? Go ahead.
Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys can beat the Green Bay Packers.
That ain't going to happen either. The Green Bay's got a better defense than the Dallas Cowboys and a better offense than Dallas Cowboys, so that ain't going to happen.
And Skippy, I got to say this. Cowboys are 2-3 in the last 5 games. If I were you, I'd be pretty quiet right now because you know that history in December has not been very nice to them.
Do the Cowboys and Green Bay play?
The Cowboys and Packers do not play.
So, yeah, you can make that statement all you want, but they're not playing this each other, so shut the hell up.
They played last year, and Dallas blew that game and lost 37-36. They had like a 26-point lead.
I would turn around to Skippy and said, they couldn't even beat him last year, so why are you making a statement this year when they don't even play this year? You are a moron.
Because he's probably saying, I guarantee it, I know it, and feel it.
You know why?
Dallas and Green Bay will meet the playoffs next month.
You know why? Because they don't play each other. The only way they're going to get to play each other is freaking through the playoffs. No, my nickname is not Skippy. We're making fun of a guy called Skip Bayless at ESPN. Go ahead.
Skippy Bayless said that Phil Jackson should have never left the Chicago Bulls for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And what was he supposed to do? Stay in Chicago and not win any more championships? Let me ask you a question, Skippy. Would you rather stay in Chicago and not win any championships or go to L.A. and have those good players and win more championships? Let me ask you that question, Skip, because I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, I'm going to go to L.A. Exactly what Phil Jackson did, you freaking moron.
Skippy Bayless said that John Farrell is a great general manager. John Farrell is actually manager of the Red Sox,
See?
bozo.
He doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about, bozo.
Skippy Bayless said that Jason Garrett is the Joe Torre of the NFL.
It's the Joe Torre. Joe Torre's not even coaching.
He's not even managing.
Hey,
he's working in the MLB.
That's the stupidest remark I've ever heard. How many World Series does Joe Torre have?
Joe Torre won a total of 4 World Series as manager.
And how many Super Bowls does Jason Garrett have as head coach?
Zilch.
There's your answer, you jackass.
Skippy Bayless said that Jason Garrett is a better coach than Bill Parcells.
You're an idiot.
And would lead the Cowboys to more success than Parcells did.
You're an idiot. How do you say something like that when Bill Parcells has Super Bowls and Jason Garrett doesn't? How do you make a statement like that? Oh, I know how. Because you're an idiot.
and he's a Cowboy follower, and he says that my Cowboys are the best. My Cowboys will always be America's team, and that they'll win the Super Bowl, and they'll match up against Cleveland in the Super Bowl next year.
I wonder what he's going to say when the Cowboys don't make the playoffs. Wonder what excuses he's going to come up with this time.
He'll just say, oh, don't worry, my Dallas Cowboys will be back next year.
Of course. He'll have excuses, and you know why? Because everybody's got one.
And he's full of excuses.
That's right. Freaking crazy.
Skippy Bayless said that Jerry Jones should be the executive of the year.
No, he shouldn't. He's a moron.
And
hey,
he would
Michael,
say, how is he a moron? Look at the record, 8-4. Look what he's doing. He has a chance to get Dallas into the playoffs. That's what he would say.
And they're blowing it. And they're blowing it. Big time. They're blowing it big time.
Skippy Bayless said that my Kansas City Royals better pick up somebody in free agency.
They're blowing it big time. It's ridiculous, man. Big time.
Oh, I was just going to say, Jeff, this is what Skippy said today. He said that my Kansas City Royals better pick up somebody in free agency.
Oh, all of a sudden they're your Kansas City Royals? You haven't said that all year. They make the World Series and they're yours? Get the hell out of here. You bandwagon juicy fan, you.
Skippy Bayless said that ESPN First Take is the best sports show ever.
No, it's not, because you're on it. No, it's not, because you are on it and you do not know what you're talking about. And you said anybody can come and challenge you? Well, I challenge you. I'm a sports host. I challenge you. But you're afraid to take the challenge. Because you know why? Because you're a pussy.
Skippy Bayless said that him and Stephen A. Smith give you the best sports analysis.
Stephen A. Smith does, but you don't. Stephen A. does, but you don't.
Skippy Bayless said that ESPN is the best network.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The only reason why you say that is because you work for them. I guarantee you, if you got fired by them and went over to Fox Sports, you'd be saying Fox Sports is the best network. So stop freaking doing that. Hey, Michael, there is no FCC on the internet, you jackass.
Skippy Bayless said that Pablo Sandoval will be better than David Ortiz. You're full of it because you don't know anything about the Red Sox, do
Exactly. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know anything about anything. He just makes stupid remarks.
And how he says my Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl and they're going to match up against Cleveland
I can't
back
wait.
in August. I still found that hysterical.
I can't wait till they get knocked out of the playoffs or they don't make the playoffs so I can turn around to him and say, hey, Skippy, I thought your Cowboys were going to make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. I guess you were wrong again.
Skippy Bayless said the more, the heavier, the better.
More, the heavier, the better. Keep eating, dude. Keep eating.
So Jeff is like saying, I challenge you, Skippy. If you want to take me on, I'll take you on and whoop you.
Eating, dude. That's all. Just keep eating, Skippy. I'm going to take you down and I'm going to take you out. After I'm done bashing you on your own show and making you look like the little peon that you are about sports, ESPN is going to fire your ass because I'm going to prove to them that you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
And then he would say, yeah, and he goes, then I'll just launch a protest against Sports World Radio and boot it off the internet.
Good. You keep mentioning Sports World Radio, and you know what's going to happen? I'll get more listeners that way because they're going to find out that I bash you on my show every day, and they're going to love listening to that. Thanks, Michael. See, I have my own attorney, and my attorney is in the show right now listening. So bring it, Skippy Bayless, you prick.
Skippy Bayless didn't mind that Sandoval is a fat bastard. That's one of the things he said.
Well, he is a fat bastard.
Oh, jeez.
He is a fat bastard. You said it all last season. Now that he's on your team, he's no longer a fat bastard? What the hell's the matter with you?
Skippy Bayless said that the Cowboys should sign Ray Rice or Adrian Peterson. Uh-oh. Does that mean he's kind of saying that the season's doomed and that the Cowboys should start making their moves to get AP
one of them.
or Ray Rice?
He's going to sign one of them.
And then he'll come up with an excuse and say, now that the Cowboys have Romo and Adrian Peterson or Ray Rice, Cowboys are the team to beat next year in 2015.
I don't know which is worse, beating your children or beating your wife. Okay, I don't get it. We don't get into it on this show because that's not what we do here. We talk sports. But if an NFL team allows either one of them on their team, And in my eyes, they're condoning what he did.
Skippy
and you're going to
Bayless
say to
said
me,
that
hold on, Sean.
San Diego will never win a
Now,
championship.
shut up. Hold on a second, Sean. And if you're going to say to me, what about a second chance? There is no second chance with wife beaters and children beaters. There isn't one. You give them one and they do it again. Well, they just did it again. You don't give them a second chance. You don't. How many people are in prison for beating the crap out of their wife or beating their kids? Tons of them.
True.
And just because they're NFL players, they got this treatment. If it was me or Sean or Michael or my producer Josh, we'd be in jail right now. And don't give me none of that crap and tell me I'm wrong, because I'm dead freaking right and you know it. Dead freaking right and you know it.
Skippy Bayless came out and said that San Diego will never win a championship.
So, hey, how do you talk about a team that's on the West Coast when you live in the East Coast, you jackass, and you don't know anything about them? How do you
Probably
do
would
that?
end up saying, hey, has San Diego State ever won a national championship? Has San Diego Chargers ever won a Super Bowl?
No. Doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter. When was the last time your Cowboys won a Super Bowl?
1995.
And sit there and shut up. And they're not even going to make the playoffs this year. You better hope and pray that the Cowboys make the playoffs and San Diego doesn't. Because if San Diego makes the playoffs and the Cowboys don't, I'm all over your ass, Skip. I'm all over it. For that remark you just made right there, and the remark that you made before that your Cowboys will win the Super Bowl this year, I'm all over you if they don't make the playoffs and San Diego Chargers do. You better hope and pray it don't happen, bitch.
What were to happen? Dallas plays San Diego in the Super Bowl, and he says, he'll say, my Cowboys will easily dispatch the Chargers.
You better hope and pray. Hey, we're going to run to our second update of the day. This update also is brought to you by flipper.com. Now, listen, kids. I know all you guys and gals and wives out there are tired of having your husband or your children leave the seat up and you got to come in there and touch the toilet seat to lower it. Well, guess what? You don't have to do that no more. The flipper attaches to the underside of your toilet seat, sticks out with a little handle on it, so you never, ever have to touch your toilet seat ever again to flip it up or flip it down. Head on over to flipper.com and get your flipper today. They make great stocking stuffers, and they got a great deal right now, 2-for-1 special. So head on over to flipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, last update of the day, 31 minutes after the hour on the 1st of December, 2014. NHL, Lightning lead the Rangers 1-0. The game is on the NHL Network. Blue Jackets hosting Panthers. That game's tied at 0 with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left. Canadians at Avalanche, Coyotes at Oilers, and Bruins at the Ducks. In the NBA, here's the action tonight. 4 games total tonight. Spurs at the 76ers. Will the 76ers get their first win of the season, or will it be 0-17? Right now, the Spurs lead 25-17. Wizards over the Heat 21-18. Nuggets at the Jazz, and Timberwolves at Clippers. In the NFL, here are the games that we have for tonight. Actually, one game. This will cap off week number 13. It'll be the Dolphins taking on the Jets, as all the NFL action has been taken care of and covered by Jeff and I since we went over them. In Major League Baseball, here's the big news for today. Nelson Cruz has agreed to a 4-year contract with the Seattle Mariners. He goes to a Seattle team that's got a lot of young talent. He joins King Felix Hernandez, and he also joins Robinson Cano. For the last update for Sports World Radio, I'm Sean Mann. This update was brought to you by flipper.com.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, where are we going next?
All right, the next story that we have here, Jeff, we go to Major League Baseball. The big news today, Nelson Cruz has found himself a new home. He signed a 4-year, $57 million contract with the Seattle Mariners.
What's with that? What's up with that?
That's a huge loss for the Baltimore Orioles. And I tell you, Baltimore, losing Nelson Cruz and maybe losing Nick Markakis does not make the O's a very good team next year. They've got a lot of young talent, but this is a huge loss for them.
Sounds like it's a huge loss for them.
The way I look at Seattle is with the Mariners, they look like a team, like I point out in the chat room, they will be competitive. They have a chance to be in the pennant race next year, but I still have to give the edge to the Angels and the Athletics. Of course, the A's, they're still trying to recover from all their playoff failures and disappointments when they blew the game against the Royals. And the Angels know fully well that they have to be a team that knows that once they get in the postseason, can they win in the postseason? Because things have not been very good for the Angels after what happened in 2002 when they lost.
I don't even think Seattle's going to make the playoffs, even with that move that they made today.
I don't see it happening either.
So, I don't even think that that's going to happen.
The Mariners are not done. They have been reportedly involved in trade discussions for Matt Kemp, Justin Upton, and Yoenis Cespedes, among others, in their efforts to acquire a right-handed power bat before settling on Cruz.
I don't even think it's going to help them.
I don't think so either. Seattle is growing into a team that in the next couple years you could see as a tough team in the American League, but they still have a lot of areas to focus on as far as their pitching goes.
Really?
I think that, you got you got Felix Hernandez, you got, they've got some good talent there for pitching, but it's going to be so tough for them to stay with the Angels and the Athletics.
It's going to be, I totally 100% agree with you. I don't think that they're going to have a freaking chance at all. Not one bit. You got that West is packed, man. There's too much in that West.
And, of course, with the American League West, Josh Hamilton and Albert Pujols did a great job with the Angels. They had a chance to be a deep threat, but then they got swept by the Kansas City Royals. Got knocked out which was disappointing for Mike Scioscia again, because every time the Angels have these good teams and have the potential to win some championships, then they get booted out.
Here's a great headline to an article. I'm not going to read the article. I'm just going to read you the headline. Why Nelson Cruz will fail spectacularly with the Mariners. How about that for a headline?
Seattle, of course, is on a 13-year drought when you think about it for postseason. They have not been in the playoffs since 2001.
And I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year at all.
Nope.
Even with that trade.
Lloyd McClendon's got a lot of work to do to make that team better, but I don't see Seattle making the playoffs either.
No, I don't see Seattle. That division is way too tough and way too hard to get through. You got to have more than one or two players on that team, like they do.
Sean Rodriguez, Major League Baseball, was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates from the Tampa Bay Rays on Monday for a player to be named later and cash.
Pirates are making some moves, huh?
That'll make you happy, Wes, because you'll be ready to do We Are Family again next year.
Yeah, take your We Are Family and shove it up your behind.
We Are Family.
Yeah, lots of luck.
The winter meetings are also coming up.
Hey, would you like to have Samardzija on your baseball team?
Possible.
Would you like to have him on your team? Yuck.
Yeah, no.
No, you wouldn't want Samardzija? Jeff Samardzija on your team? You can pitcher?
Just kidding. I would like to have him on the team. Yes.
We can make fun of his name. Right?
Yep.
We can make fun of his name. So yeah, the Samardzija is looking at going to Boston.
That'd be great.
Athletics won't trade Jeff Samardzija to the Braves, but maybe they'll trade him to the Red Sox.
Probably to get Yoenis Cespedes back, because that's what they would like.
If they do that, then that was a stupid deal to trade to get Samardzija in the first place. Go White Sox getting Jeff Samardzija and also Lester going to the Cubs.
That's not going to happen. I don't see Lester going to the... Although there are reports today that Lester has received a 6-year, $138 million contract offer from the Cubs.
Has he? 6-year, 100. Where are these guys getting these freaking money, man?
Cubs are realizing that, like Joe Madden pointed out in his press conference back in late October, he guarantees that next year the Cubs will be in the playoffs, and he believes that once they make all the moves and they fix their holes, that they're going to be back and they'll make the playoffs and have a chance to win the World Series championship.
Really?
It depends. It's been 100 years, going on 107 years. Cub fans have been saying that, well, there's always next year. There's always next year. Heard the same story over and over again, but I don't see it happening. The Cubs just have too many problems, and of course the Cubs have known what the history has been in the postseason, how they fail and blow it toward the end.
What do they got? Chris Martin singing with you two? You two? On ESPN? Is that what's going on?
Yep.
That's gay. That's because Bono got hurt. He can't sing or play or nothing. So I guess they freaking got Chris Martin to be the front man for you two.
Another story I have, Jeff, the Yankees currently a last-place team. With baseball spring training coming up just a few months away, here it is December. It starts in February when the pitchers and catchers report for spring training. A lot of people are saying that next year the 2015 New York Yankees are expected to be a last-place team and possibly miss the playoffs for a third straight year, and I've been saying it all along. You watch and see what happens. Joe Girardi, after next year, would be looking for a new managerial position.
You think so?
Yeah. The Yankees, in my opinion, they're in trouble. They're old. They can't, and they're having trouble trying to figure out what they're going to do with David Robertson. They're trying to keep him. There's been reports that the Yankees are very much interested in Andrew Miller, a reliever.
Right. Crazy stuff, huh?
Yeah, but I know Jeff would like that, to see the Yankees not be in the postseason again next year.
Yeah, I'd like to see that for a couple of years. No Red Sox, no Yankees in there for a couple of years. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, just to get at me.
Yeah. Well, no, not just to get at you. I'm just sick and tired of watching the Yankees and the Red Sox in the playoffs. That's all. That's basically what it is. You know? basically what it is. I'm just sick and tired of watching them play in the playoffs, that's all. I don't want to see it no more.
Speaking of Red Sox with Lester, going back to it, another story that's making headlines, Lester is not only looking at the Red Sox, the Cubs, and the Braves, but Lester is expected to meet with the San Francisco Giants. How would you think about that, Jeff? Lester becoming a San Francisco Giant possibly next year.
They got to do something, the Giants, I guess. Make sure that they go back to the World Series again, because you know what's coming up. The odd season's coming up, 2015. So if they keep their pace the way they've been doing it, they should not make the playoffs in 2015, and then in 2016 they should win the World Series.
Yeah, that streak, though, in my opinion, it's not going to last forever. They won in 2010, they won in 2012, and they won this year, but it's not going to last forever for the Giants when they always have to win it for the even years.
You never know. You never know. Hey, folks, we're getting out of here a little bit early today. I got some things I need to get done before 5 o'clock, so it'll take me 5 minutes to do it, so I need to get that done business-wise. So we're just getting out of here about 15 minutes early. I want to thank everybody for listening to us today. We really appreciate it. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. For Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches. We will see you tomorrow.
Later.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time?